Hey you guys, I want to do a quick video about open feeding of bees because I have some opinions and observations and that kind of stuff. So I'm doing it right now. I'm guilty of it. These are supers from a fall harvest, and the bees are cleaning them up. And really though, the main point is that it's not a good thing to do if you can avoid it. Don't open feed your bees. Feed them inside the colony where there's not all of this competition. So you see we're in the midst of chaos right here, and it's all the way down the line. This open feeding creates competition in the bee yard. So right now, if I jumped over to the bee yard, which is, you know, blocks away in the other direction, every colony is having robbing going on at the entrance. You know, there's robbing, and it's just this energy. They're all shooting out of the colonies and trying to get into everywhere else. It's that competition and stealing is what, especially cleaning up the supers, brings about. Now the reason I'm doing it, here's my excuse, is we have major cold weather coming and I didn't really feel like I had time, and I need to protect these frames for the winter. So that's why I'm doing it this way. But I wanted to share that I've given them about 30 minutes with it now, and I might give them another 10 or 15, but I'm gonna shake these bees off of these frames and moving them around to different locations, like just taking these where there's all of this intense competition energy and spreading it out. Now, if you were commercial, you wouldn't have this kind of time, but if you just had a few colonies, by taking that those frames and just moving them 10 feet, there's a little bit more confusion that can kind of like allow that competition energy to more easily dissipate. Because what I've observed is that there's this feeding peak, right, and everything's fine. You know, more and more bees are coming, more and more food, but then it's just like scarcity and resources. We got peak oil, we got peak gold, peak whatever, we got peak everything. But that on that downhill trend, when scarcity really comes into play, what happens with the bees is they resort to a lot more fighting. You know, there's a lot more of that frantic energy where they're, you know, going for the honey, and they smell the honey and they are all amped up, and there is no honey for them, so they end up fighting. So yeah, just a simple demonstration. All right, let that energy go over there, and they're just, because with the absence of the trigger, with the absence of this, you know, there's going to be a change. There's going to be a little bit of shift, and they'll probably come over here and find a little bit, but a lot of these frames are empty. This is you know, this had basically, these were not even fully, so the fall flow was not very good, and so these were only half drawn out, you know, like partially capped, and some I even had nectar in, so I just spun a bunch of nectar, and I'm gonna save it for feeding back. But that there's nothing here for them. So this crazy competition is, there's very little here. It's just that they've been triggered in this sort of like World War apocalypse kind of thing. Here you see there was probably a little bit of honey right up there that, you know, never got uncapped. But the other reason that I would encourage you guys to give time limits on access to cleaning out super frames is that the intense energy, that frantic energy, that they'll end up chewing the frames way down, way further than they need to, because they're chewing through cappings, chewing through sidewalls, chewing, like really chewing out these frames, trying to find the honey, because there is honey. They can smell it in the air, and there's just too many bees around for any logical bee processing. So check out the energy shift, right? I know there's the camera. It's a little bit calmer, and all this chaos over here is going to dissipate. So you're going to watch me. I'm just going to go down the line, watch where I step, and start moving these around to dissipate this energy. Sorry, there's some crazy energy. And put this one over here, move it 5-10 feet, and send those bees home is essentially what I'm trying to do, is get them back into the bee yard where they're a little more calm and stable. Because yeah, they cleaned it up fast. This can go over here. And here's one more. It's kind of interesting seeing that against the wall. All right, sideways frame, will it stay? There's a good little shake. Let's go over here. Still crazy fighting without really anything there. That little piece of comb I left from the other day. But it'll, you know, give them a few minutes here, and then they're gonna start heading home. And that's where they belong. To keep calm bees, you know, keep them, that gentle energy in the bee yard. Don't get them all riled up like I did today. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.